Hey guys, it's Candy. I am coming at you with my week 37 post.vsg update. Holy shit, you guys, it's been forever since I've done an update, like 7 weeks or something. Let's go with my starting weight. I had the VSG surgery on March 25th, 2014. My starting weight was 248.6 pounds, and the last time I came at you was week 30. I was 168 pounds. That was actually the only week that I was 168. I have actually been 170. I was 168 that one week. I went right back up to 170, and I've been 170 since week 30. This week I got on the scale and I was 167. What the hell happened there? I have no idea. So I'm 167 pounds this week. Feeling really, really good. I am actually 2 pounds away from goal now. It's funny because I was really hung up on goal, and then probably over the last month or so, I've not really been that. I actually just kind of forgot, like, I'll weigh myself randomly. I'm like, oh, I'm 170. Oh, I'm 170. And like at one point I got to like 172 and I was like, oh, but I was lifting weights like crazy, so I wasn't really too concerned about it. And then all of a sudden this week I dropped down. Like last week I think I was 172, now I'm like 167. So who the hell knows? I feel really good. So I'm gonna apologize. I'm just gonna preface this whole video by saying I'm sorry that I talk about CrossFit all the time, because that's basically what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be me going on and on and on about fucking CrossFit, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, she's one of those people. Yeah, I became one of those fucking people, you guys. It's fucking crazy. So you guys know I started CrossFit in September. Is that right? September? It's December. Yeah, I've been there for about 3 months now. I go 3 or 4 days a week, pretty much every week, pretty consistently. So the first, they had a bod pod come in, and I don't remember if I don't think I talked about this, my last video, because I don't think I had my results back yet. But they had a bod pod come in, like the second week I was at CrossFit, and do a body fat analysis. If you don't know what the bod pod is, it's just a really accurate like body fat measurement, basically. They put you in this thing that looks like a big egg, and I don't know. Anyways, it's kind of cool. They brought it in my CrossFit gym, and they were doing like this 8-week stint where they were going to do one set of body fat numbers, and then like 8 weeks later they were going to do like another set of body fat numbers. So what they did was they started, I had just started CrossFit whenever they brought that guy in. It kind of just happened out. It was good timing. And I was at 31% body fat, 31.3. At the time I weighed 176 pounds. This was the beginning of September or something. And then he came back 8 weeks later. In 8 weeks, I had lost 6 pounds of body weight. So I went from 176 to 170, which was funny because that was like fucking October. I still weigh 170, or well, I guess I don't this week, but anyway. So I went from 176 to 170 in weight numbers. I actually gained 4 pounds of muscle in that 8 weeks, and then I lost 5% body fat. So my body fat dropped from a 31% to a 26% in 8 weeks, which is fucking crazy. Now I think if you guys remember, like my original goal a long time ago, I said I want my body fat between like 22 and 25. So it's nuts. I mean, he came in October. I'm probably at 25% body fat now. But yeah, so pretty excited about the fact that I am getting big muscles. Yay! Man, you guys, it has changed so much for me. It's where do I even start? So I did my first competition this past weekend. Mind you, I was dead last. I mean, like, dead last. Here's last place, and here's me. Like, last place, me. Last place, me. So, like, not competitive, not good at this at all, terrible. I'm just gonna say, like, for everyone who's like, oh, wow, competition. No. I fucking was horrible, terrible at it. But I did it, and I trained for it, and which I think is why I stopped kind of paying attention to the numbers on the scale a little bit. Like, I wasn't really worried about it. I was like, oh, I'm 170, oh, I'm 172, I'm 170, because I was really like focused, like, oh, I need to be able to deadlift this, oh, I need to be able to, you know, push press this, or whatever it was, whatever it was I was working on that week. I was kind of focused like on that, you know, I wasn't really focused on the numbers, and I just kind of happened to step on the scale when I stepped on the scale, and that was kind of that. But yeah, so I did my first competition, and oh my God, you guys, okay, most of you, if you've watched my videos, you know that I love athletes. Like, I love to watch athletic people. I love to watch the passion and just the work and the dedication that it takes to get from like this level to this level. I find it mind-blowing and attractive and beautiful and powerful and inspiring and like all of these things. Like, I just, and this could go in anything in life, but for me it's athletes, and I just love to watch what they put into stuff, and what that result ends up being. So for me to go into this competition, I literally saw some of the best athletes I've ever seen in my entire life. I was just blown away. I'm blown away by what some of these women can do. I'm blown away that they're like in their 30s and 40s and can do this. It was inspiring, to say the very least. But it really changed, my thinking about some things. Like, I don't know. I just, words are hard today. I'm sorry. So I got on the scale this week and was like, that's weird. And I was at 172 because it was at 172 last week. So I was still at 172, and I was like, that's weird. I'm like pushing the thing down. I'm like, whoa, 167. Like, what the fuck? How did I lose 5 pounds this week? Now, granted, I also did quite a bit of cardio last week. Like, I started really trying to like get my mile run down to a smaller number. So I ran like a few miles last week, but anyway, not the point. Totally sidetracked, sorry. I was like 167 is what I ended up weighing, and I was like, huh. And then like, instead of being like really excited, you know how like, you know, we all get on the scale and we're like, oh yeah, I lost weight, yes, you know, I'm like smaller, woo, and that's exciting. Like, I was like instantly like, oh my God, because I only lifted twice last week, and I was like, I hope that's not muscle. That was where my mind went. Not that like, oh my God, I'm only 2 pounds from goal, and I've been working so hard on this for like almost a year now. But it was like, oh God, I hope I didn't lose muscle, because first of all, it's really hard for me to gain muscle. I don't eat that much, so like I don't have that choice of like eating a lot of protein and like really like helping build my muscle while I'm breaking it down and stuff. I don't have that. So I hope to God that you know, just the longer I do this, the more I build, I guess. But it's not, you know, I'm a weight loss surgery patient. Like, it's not like everybody else. It's a little bit different. And so anyways, I after I stepped off the scale, I thought, like, I wasn't like super excited about that. Like, it was like this weird like mind shift, like the number no longer matters, but the performance does. You know what I mean? Like the number is not important to me anymore, but can I run, and can I jump, and can I lift, and can I do all these things that I want to do? You know, I have like a list of goals. Like, I want to be able to do a kipping pull-up, and I want to be able to do some double unders, which is like a jump roping thing, and like the number doesn't really matter. So I thought that was really strange, and it just happened like yesterday, which is kind of why I'm making the video, because that is a huge mind shift for me. Like, and I am not a number obsessed person too. I think you guys also know that. I've always just kind of said, oh, like my goal is like roughly 165, blah, 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 blah. But I've never been like super obsessed with the number. But the fact that the number really didn't matter at all, I don't know. It was kind of weird. It was definitely a different feel to it, and almost like, like, is this how life is going to be from now on? Like, now that I'm basically where I want to be, am I just now going to be working on fitness? Like, am I just going to work on being a stronger, healthier person? You know, it's like I'm not fat anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not heavy. I don't get looked at like I'm fat anymore. And even with great athletes, you know, I can keep up with them, and I can maybe not do everything that they're doing, but I can give it a fucking shot, you know. Derby started back up, and I'm playing, and now I'm one of the fast ones. Like, now I'm one of the strong ones. Now, like, when everyone else is breathing about ready to die, I'm like, I got this. Like, it's nice, you know? I've put a shit ton of work into it. I mean, a shit ton of work. I mean, I think you guys know, like, 2 weeks after surgery, I was back in Derby at 9 hours a week or whatever practicing. This is not something that just came quickly or easily by any means. The working out, I started as soon as I could, and I've maintained it for, how many months am I? 37 weeks. I mean, I was working out before I had surgery. That's not any different. I worked out probably more before I had surgery than I do now, honestly. But it's like now I get to like reap the benefits of that. You know what I mean? Like at 250, I worked out 12 hours a week, but I wasn't any faster, and I wasn't any, I mean, I had decent cardio health, just because I did work out a lot, but I didn't, like, you couldn't see anything. You couldn't see muscles. You couldn't see definition. You couldn't tell that I was like strong. I just looked fat. You know what I mean? And it's like now I'm putting the same amount of effort in, and it's like you can tell. I mean, you can tell. You can look at me and be like, wow, she's an athlete, or yeah, she works hard. No one's gonna mistake me walking down the street for someone who doesn't ever work out. It just, that's not how my body is built, and it's not how I look now. And it's kind of cool. And it's like the surgery gave that to me. You know what I mean? When I had the surgery, I said, I want to be an athlete. I want to look like I feel, because I always felt like an athlete. I always worked out like one. I worked my ass off. You just could never see it. And whenever you look at someone who's 250 pounds and you're like, oh, really? You're working out 12 hours a week, huh? Really? I mean, people just don't respect you, and they don't take it seriously, and they think, well, I must work out harder than her because she's still fat. And that wasn't ever the case. I was the fucking hardest working person at practice. I was the hardest working person in the gym. I killed myself, and you just never could tell. And it's like, man, that surgery just made a fucking world of a difference. It gave me total control over my food. I mean, it's been, I mean, what am I at? 7, 8 months, 9 months now. And mind you, I'm not any expert by any means. I know that it gets harder and harder as it goes along, but I don't find myself eating comfort food anymore. I don't find myself, getting stressed and like, I mean, it's not even so much the portion control as much as too that it's just I'm making good choices now, and it's getting just easier and easier as time goes by. So man, what a game changer, guys, right? I mean, I think probably anyone feels that way, that is as far along as we are, but fuck, what a game changer. So I would have to say that having surgery and joining CrossFit are probably two of the best decisions I've ever made. Just, I think the two together, and CrossFit isn't for everybody. It's not. And not because it's hard. It's fucking hard. But there really has to be a mentality when you go in there that not everyone carries. And that's fine. You know what I mean? Not everyone's going to walk into a CrossFit gym and be like, oh my God, this changed my life. That's not the case. I mean, some people go in there and like, that's stupid. Like, why are we doing this? Like, why am I killing myself for whatever? The people that do go to the CrossFit gyms, though, they all kind of have the same mindset, and they all kind of have that same mentality. And there are very few people there that you'll ever hear say, I can't, or I don't want to, or, it's just, you don't go to CrossFit unless you want to go to CrossFit. And if you want to go to CrossFit, you kind of have that mentality. So I think for me, that worked. I like to work out like that. I was on The Biggest Loser, and for whatever reason, I learned to work out, and I learned to work out hardcore. We didn't really pussyfoot around there either. And so I think that once I got used to working out like that, that's just what motivated me, and that's what kept me going to the gym, you know what I mean? So I think the point of this is that if you're not working out, one, you should. I say that all the time. Just for, not even just the weight loss or whatever, not even just because you're a weight loss surgery patient or anything else, just because of the fucking health benefits of exercising at any level are really amazing. And but two, fucking find something that you like to do. I know that I've said this before, I know that I've talked about this before in my videos, but fuck, like what you're doing. If you don't like it, don't fucking do it. If you don't like it, you're probably not gonna do it. So why sit and beat yourself up about it? If you find something you like, whether it's golf or running or swimming or biking or whatever it is, whatever, walking out in the woods and climbing on trees, whatever, just find something that you enjoy doing and just keep doing it. And keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. You know, I get a lot of compliments now. I'm like, oh, you look so good. Oh man, what are you doing? And I'm like, you know, I've been doing this for almost a year now. Like, people, I feel like, tend to be like, oh wow, now it's like you're skinny and you're in shape and look at that, that just came out of nowhere. No, it didn't come out of nowhere. It's not at all. It's like, you know what I mean? It's, you just keep kind of plugging away and plugging away and plugging away, and eventually, if you enjoy what you're doing, it's not that hard, one, and it's still hard. It's maybe not that hard to get there. You know what I mean? If you enjoy it and you like it, it's hard once you get there, but and two, you just keep doing it over and over and over again, and eventually then like the benefits will come and you'll be like, oh hey, okay, that wasn't so bad. I still am a little nervous about weight numbers, as far as like, I'm nervous about that whole, was it 2 years, and people say there's like a bounce back, there's like a 10 or 15 pound bounce back. That makes me nervous because frankly, unless I am completely muscle, I don't necessarily want to be 180 or 185 pounds. Now if I have 18% body fat and I'm 185 pounds, that's fine by me. Not that I want to like beast out or anything, but well, I mean, kinda. Yeah, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I also just don't necessarily want to lose a bunch of weight. I don't necessarily want to lose another 10 pounds or 15 pounds unless I know for sure that it's just fat. And if that's the case, then great. I mean, you know, that's fantastic. But I'm concerned about losing my muscle just because I lost so much of it whenever I started losing weight. I'm gonna do this like Laurent's paleo challenge at the beginning of the year. It's like a 5-week challenge, but they focus a lot on just really, really clean eating. Holy shit, like super clean, like way cleaner than what I eat now, which is pretty fucking clean, I think. And then just some workouts and some like good health things, like 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night and shit like that. You know what I mean? Taking your vitamins, doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I started that challenge in the middle of January, and it'll go through the end of February. It'll actually end the day before I leave for Cancun, which is awesome. That works out great for me because I can't have alcohol in this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do a body shot. I don't have a clue when my last body shot was. It's been fucking months, I'm sure. But let's go ahead and do that. Oh my god, you see this shirt? Hold on. It says Strong Athletic Queer. What? Yes! It's super awesome! Okay. Okay, I don't know if you guys... Alright, let's get everything tucked in here. You know how it works. You know the drill. Okay. Front. Side. Back. Oh my god, you guys remember the first one I did of these? This is crazy. And side again. So there's my body shot. Body shot, body shot. The kids are gonna be home soon, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. It's been a while, guys, and now I have like a fucking 20-minute video. I'm sorry. Social life is amazing. Dating life is even better. Life just in general is pretty awesome right now. I miss you guys. I've not been around. I've not been on Facebook. I've not made videos. I've not watched videos. I literally have just been like MIA for like 6-8 weeks. It's life, you know? Fuck. Alright. You guys have an awesome Christmas. If I do not talk to you guys before New Year's, have a fucking fantastic New Year's. Get drunk, get wasted, have lots of sex. But don't drink and drive. Alright, there's your PSA for the day. Bye, guys.